What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bucks&Brew. Got your morning coffee going. We're going to talk about Ohio State football. 11 days left until Ohio State football. Just 11. That's all. It's getting there, guys. We are getting there. 11 days until Buckeye football, and I can't be more excited. Also, I want to talk about the defensive star that I think would be born in Sonny Styles out of the yesterday's press conference, Ryan Day and Jim Knowles. So we're going to get into that. I want to talk briefly about the quarterback battle. We'll probably unpack more later this week. But here we are, Tuesday. It is 6:49 a.m. I'm excited to be here with you. Got my coffee. We're raring to go. Buckeye football talk. Make sure you are always here subscribing to this channel. 5,600 subscriptions by the end of the day is the goal. We're at 59 or 5590 right now as it sits. I'd love to say 5,600 so I can talk crap to my partner, Shane Larson, Florida Corey, and say, hey, guys, look, I got us to 56. I got us to another milestone. What are you guys doing? Just so I know you'll help me out with that. I know you're the type of Buckeye fans that can help somebody talk crap to their friends because you probably do the same thing. So 10 more subs, easy day for the best fan base in the land. So Sonny Styles, the new star, is born. But first, real quick, no starting quarterback. I was hoping one would get named yesterday so we could be done with it, move on. But I see a lot of fans say, they're really melancholy about it. Ryan Day had the perfect answer. They said, what about the whole two quarterbacks? You have no quarterback. A lot of people say that. If you have two, you have none. I understand that into the season, which is Ryan Day did hint, like, I'm not in such a hurry to solve this that I won't give both meaningful snaps into the season. So there is that. That can get a little hairy because you don't want one guy just staring over his shoulder. I had a basketball coach. You made one mistake, he's pulling you out of the game. It made you play really tight. I mean, really tight. So I don't want, you don't want that. I will say, however, that when Ryan Day was asked, he said, no, I don't believe two quarterbacks. You have no quarterbacks. Well, if you had Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers battling it out in camp, you wouldn't say that. He's probably right. Now, am I saying that that's how good these two are? No, but I am saying they've made it competitive. And what's the other answer? Stop recruiting so good, Ryan. Stop recruiting so good. Well, just pick one. Well, if you read through the coach speak, what if what he said is true? I believe one quarterback was ahead and the other one started making it neck and neck, but the other one that was closing in didn't pull away. And then he said, man, this is making you both better. I'm going to keep it going. I think that's the right answer. I don't love it. I wish we could give a guy first team reps from here on out, but you do, if you name it next week, you do have a whole nother week of team one reps, team one practice that you can get going. Now, the season big time starts September 23rd against Notre Dame. Indiana is a decent opponent, and then you have Youngstown State and somebody against, whatever. You can experiment with that. You don't want to be too flat-footed against Indiana. You don't want to experiment too much. Week one, there's a few things that even a lot of talent discrepancies out in football. One thing is week one play. One thing is like playing in bad weather. Week one, you see a lot of teams play closer than they should because they're still working the bugs out, so their talent can't explode. So I just would say I don't think it's the worst thing. Like, one, he's recruiting really well, so these guys are going to battle. And two, there's no like favoritism, nepotism saying, hey, maybe you start, maybe you don't. You're not, this guy's been here longer. This guy's got bigger biceps. Let's just start him. There's none of that. You're actually making them battle. And what didn't we clamor for that a few years ago? Didn't we kind of claim that Urban didn't do that? So we have to make them battle. He's making them battle. So I don't think when you say one has they've been unable to pull away from the other one. Well, what if the other one's really good? You don't do that about safety. Why is one not pulling away from the other one? Well, they're both really good. You know, when corners are battling it out, you see the value there. So linebacker, you see the value there. Okay, so this isn't perfect, but it's not terrible. It's not the disaster some people make it out to be. Now I want to move on to the headline of the show. Sonny Styles, the star. Jim Knowles said something. By the way, let's get a like on this video for Sonny Styles. Like this video if you think Sonny Styles is somebody that's going to be an absolutely incredible player for the Buckeyes. So Jim Knowles was asked, I think about Jahad Carter and Sonny Styles, and it struck me the way he answered. He said, "Have they cemented themselves as starters?" And he just goes, "Sonny has, and it was just like we are 2 weeks away, and Sonny has just said, I am that dude, cemented starter." And a lot of people, you get a five-star talent, a safety that's going to blow up into a linebacker. Well, what position are we going to play him? Looks like he's probably going to be that Ronnie Hickman position, that box safety, the bullet, if you will. Somebody that can cover tight ends, zone coverage, maybe a slot receiver, some at times, maybe running back out of the backfield, that kind of thing. You want to also be able to be in the box to be a tackler, right? You want to be somebody that's not afraid to get their nose dirty in the run game. Again, a Ronnie Hickman type of player. And I'm not saying he's not going to be better than Ronnie. I'm just saying that's the position. The way that Jim Knowles, you look at his five-star recruit that's just an otherworld freak, and then you see Jim Knowles just say, yeah, he's cemented himself as a starter. I think that's great things. By the way, that graphic by Shane Larson, Sonny Styles really makes that black alternate uniform pop. I know we're doing the grays this year, which I am excited about. I wish they should have went darker gray. I think we all know that, a little bit darker gray. I've been clamoring for a gray and red uniform for a long time. But anyway, scarlet and gray before you guys yell at me. Anyways, I think that when you have a guy that people have been clamoring to be on the field, that he's going to be great, and then the defense clearly needs to level up. No ifs, ands, or buts. Has to level up. Jim Knowles' job needs to level up. Everything needs to come up on this defense for this team to be competitive for a national title, for a playoff, for even a Big Ten title at this point, to beat that team up north. Sonny Styles is going to have to be that guy. So I think that was the most kind of emphatic I've heard people, at least at a press conference, talk. I think Jack Sawyer will probably be the star of this year's defense, if I had to guess. But in the back half, I think it'll be Sonny Styles. I really do, because of what is being said. Now, I do think that leaves some cause for concern because he is not going to be the main pass coverage guy, and pass coverage was the problem last year. So we still got to get that slot thing figured out. He talked about Jahad Carter, and I think one of the freshmen, the name escapes me right now, and Josh Proctor, all kind of repping at that position. That might be a little concerning also, too, that we're still trying to make that a safety position when we all know really it's a nickel corner. We need a quarter. We need somebody that can cover. We need a nickel there. We need somebody that can cover. That's going to continue to be tested. That was the Achilles heel of our defense last year. And Sonny can't do everything. I think you have the perfect package there. Can you imagine now your box is going to look, you're going to have steel chambers, a nice size, not a huge, but a good size linebacker with a lot of speed that can get out to the edge. You have your Mike linebacker, your classic Mike and Tommy Eichenberg right there. And, Tommy just was a fantastic player last season. I've never seen a player improve so much from one year to the next as Tommy did last year, compared to the year previous. And now you have Sonny Styles down there in the box, this safety hybrid type of big-bodied safety that's going to be able to come down and, play a role. Would it be somewhat like a Darren Lee or something like that? Maybe like a Pete Werner. That's going to be a very, very impressive group of guys in the box. And they'll be spelled by guys like Cody Simon, very athletic guy. Maybe give Steele a breather. Maybe can rep over and give I don't know if he can give Tommy or Sonny a breather. And so I think that's a fantastic matchup. You play schools like if we end up playing Wisconsin at night, Camp Randall, they like to use that tight end and that run game. Being able to have a guy like Sonny Styles on the field a lot basically makes it to where you're not so much running a 4-2-5. It looks more like a traditional 4-3. It looks like you can come downhill and stop in the run game. But if he has discipline and doesn't get caught staring in the backfield and ate up by play action, they try to leak that tight end over the top. Sonny should be a capable coverage guy. So I'm really excited that at least when we have the QB battle and you're like, oh, we can't find a starter, that someone in the safety room did say, I am the guy. And I know some of you might say, well, don't you see, why do you see why it's a good thing with Sonny and not a good thing with the quarterbacks? I'm not saying I wouldn't love a quarterback to have put his, flag in the ground and say, I am the guy and I'm way better than the next guy. That would be ideal. But what I'm saying is I don't think you have two Sonny Styles. I think you probably have two capable quarterbacks on this team. I really do. If Devin's pushing Kyle that much and he was injured, that means he's really good. And all you people, it's funny, all you people that say Kyle stinks, I'm like, well, then why is Devin having so much trouble supplanting him? I mean, you just name him the starter if he really is that bad. You think about it. But yeah, you don't just always have two Sonny Styles on the team. So when you do have a guy like that, and I think that's what the fan base is clamoring for, him to be on the field. Well, Sonny, he has shown he has done his job. Remember, guys, come back for more Bucks and Brew, Ohio State football with your coffee in the morning. In the morning, I'm rocking one of two things, and some mornings I rock both of them. Come back and see us next time. Like this video, comment below. I want to know your thoughts. Call me crazy if you want to. I don't care. That's fine. And give some likes on the video so we can see what I want to gauge. I use these videos to the audience reaction to gauge how good, how you like to talk about certain things. We get a lot of reaction for the Sonny Styles video. We can cover more things like this more often. All right, guys. Have a great day at work. Goodbye. God bless. And go Bucks.